Our last, but most definitely not least setting is the Lonely Mountain. The group gets here after a long walk from Lake Town, and after much urging by Bilbo, they start looking for the secret entrance. After much searching, the group finds it, but are not able to open it due to some strong magic. One day, as Bilbo was thinking about how to open the door, he hears a noise behind him and sees a thrush knocking a snail against the mountainside. Suddenly, Bilbo remembered the moon letters that Elrond had read from the map. Stand by the grey stone when the thrush knocks, and the setting sun with the last light of Durnsday will shine upon the keyhole, the moon letters said. Bilbo calls everyone up to the door, and they wait. They impatiently wait and wait and wait, but the only thing that seemed to happen was the setting of the sun. The dwarves lose hope. At last, when the group most unexpected it, a ray of sunlight burst through the clouds and shone upon the mountainside, revealing a keyhole. Thorin puts the key Gandalf gave him with the map into the hole, and the key turns. They push the door open and see a long, seemingly never-ending tunnel that led downwards. The group sends Bilbo into the mountain since he was the robber, and Balin decides to go with him. They slowly descend down the tunnel. At the point where the last glimmer of light could be seen, Balin stops and does not go any farther, leaving Bilbo to explore Smaug's lair by himself. As Bilbo keeps walking, he can feel this dragon's steamy breath. Smaug was sleeping, but Bilbo could still feel the heat and steam emanating from the dragon. Bilbo felt scared and nervous, but something in him pushes him forward. At last, the hobbit reaches the dragon. He sees Smaug and the piles of wealth that surround him. At the sight of so much wealth, Bilbo is astounded. He looks at the wealth for ages before coming to his senses again. When he does, he decides to steal some of the wealth. He sneaks to the edge of the piles of the treasure, steals a heavy two-handed cup, and runs away, all without waking Smaug up. He comes back to the dwarves a hero with the cup. The group celebrates the robbery with joy, but not before long, the mountain begins to rumble. The dragon had woken up and had realized the cup was missing. He roars in anger and flies around the mountain, ready to do anything to find the robber. The group quickly haul up Bombur and Bofur, who were protecting the group's camp on the ground, and hide inside the mountain. After everyone was safely inside the tunnel, Bilbo goes toward the chamber with the wealth to check what the dragon was doing. However, he forgets the dragon's keen sense of smell. The dragon immediately sniffs out the hobbit and begins to taunt him. Bilbo, knowing the right way to talk to dragons, begins to tell the dragon about himself in riddles. He does this to distract the dragon. At last, Bilbo makes the dreadful mistake of talking about how he was a barrel rider. The dragon guesses that he was at Lake Town some time before. Before the conversation ends, Bilbo somehow gets the dragon to flip over and show his underside. From lying on his expensive bed, all of Smaug's belly was encrusted with gems. All but a small patch. Bilbo takes this knowledge and ends the conversation. Just as he leaves, Bilbo has another poor choice of words and says, "Robbers need some catching too." This angers Smaug and shakes Bilbo back into sense. "Never laugh at live dragons, Bilbo, you fool," he reminded himself as he scampered as fast as he could out of the mountain. That night, Bilbo has a bad feeling. He thinks something bad is going to happen and urges the dwarves to get into the mountain and to shut the door. The dwarves at last get into the tunnel, but do not shut the door, as they think they will get locked out. Bilbo keeps bugging the dwarves to close the door, until they finally give in. They could not have shut the door sooner. The minute the door closed, the dragon roared out of the mountain, causing huge slabs of rock to collapse, and he glided down towards Lake Town in fury, ready to kill anything and everything in his path. This begins a long, eventful adventure which leads to the end of the book. With the cup, the group celebrates the robbery with joy, but not long before. Oh, shoot. This concludes our presentation. We hope you enjoyed it, and we hope you come back for another VGMN production. Thank you.